Welcome to the National Cadet Championship here on Dan Wilkins Broadcasting. If you're watching this is the tape-delayed broadcast of the Egg Harbor Township Phantoms and the Philadelphia Frenzy. Of course, due to very poor internet connection, we do not have a live feed of today's broadcast. However, both the Beaver Cadet the Beaver Championship, which just ended. Actually, I won't spoil the score because some people might watch the Cadet Championship first and then watch the Beaver Championship next. But we do have the Beaver Championship and the Cadet Championship set to be uploaded to YouTube at 10 p.m. tonight for your viewing pleasure. Thank you all for your understanding from me in the past. We're underway here in West Deptford. Egg Harbor wins the first face-off of the game and moves it out to the right side. Moves it out, 53, couldn't get that one to go. Apologies for the brief delay. We had a bit of difficulty getting the rosters for both games on the website before we got going. Got a player down for the Frenzy, number 53, Jimmy Parkhurst. AHT brings it out with J.D. Bizigalia. And we'll have a stoppage of play as, again, like we said, Parkhurst is down on the far side of the deck. Yeah, not exactly sure what happened on that one.
Yeah, it looked like, either he tripped over one of his own. It was a very odd-looking injury. Let's just hope he's trying to walk it off currently right now. But
yeah, I think he's going to be okay, hopefully.
Both teams kind of starting off with a insanely fast speed, both using their bodies as we saw at the first minute of this game as it's now 8:57. But, good fast start. Both teams trying to really make their presence known here and trying to get that first offensive pressure of the game here today.
And especially with Austin Ford coming in, that one is batted down by the Frenzy and by Robert Stopera. EHT brings it out on the left wing. Back to McGowan. This one's turned over to Lynch. Now cut over to Joey Koken. Excuse me. Ford is there. Out to the left. EHT taking their time, a minute and a half into this one here in the Cadet National Championship. This one's out to the right. Couple of good shots back and forth here as Aiden Walk comes in. McGowan has it, shovels it over to middle, but the Frenzy immediately take it away. Now it's Lynch. Wenzel got a tap with McGowan. Cuts it back out to McGowan, looking for a shot against the goalkeeper, Cole Boothman. Boothman saves it. Back to McGowan again. Second save off to the right side, or to Boothman's left. Here comes another shot, and he lights the lamp. Egg Harbor Township, Brady Gray, first goal of the day. And the Phantoms lead at 1-0.
As I was saying earlier, the aggression was started on EHT's side as they were able to constantly push with the great low shots in for great rebounds. Again, the rebounds in this game are, I understand it's only at the 750 mark, but there's been an insane amount of rebounds, and EHT being able to capitalize, be at the right place at the right time, crush the net. There you go, 1-0 lead here with 7 minutes and 50 seconds.
Just a quick start. It's a good tone setter for Egg Harbor here, and I like the fact that they had gone through it and figured out what they needed to do best there. As a nice little slap. Joey Koken had that one, deferred it back to, couldn't tell who that number is. That is Aiden Walk back there. Out to Lynch. Right wing gets blocked by McGowan. He's on a long shift here for EHT. This one gets back over. Out to the right for Bizigalia. And then out to the left wing, stopped by Stopera. Here's another one. This one is shoveled. Goalkeeper came in with it, grabbed it on the left hand. Great save by EHT. And another one, he gets peppered right in the midsection. Now it's back to Stopera. one doesn't go out to the right side. Now McGowan has a touch here. Here's Gray. He had one. Now he's got a 2-on rush. Now after a shift change coming in immediately, deflecting a shot. Now it's McGowan. Gray knocks it down. Gray fires it around. And it goes back to Alex Kramer. A big discrepancy here on the roster sizes, considering that the Philadelphia Frenzy only have 12 players rostered in today's game. Meanwhile, Egg Harbor Township has 21 rostered here in the Tier 2 Plus. As Criblier, he's up, gets it over the post, no good. Out to the left side again for Walk. And again, Philly with their only 12-man roster, only actually see 4 on the bench for Philadelphia this evening. Could see very long shifts for the Frenzy as they trail at 1-0. Back over to the middle, back at center ice. Here comes a long shot and a can of corn save by the Egg Harbor goalkeeper, number 12, Tristan DiGiacomo.
Yeah, good shot right there from, dare I say, the point, the far point, center ice point right there. But
a long ways out.
Usually those are the good type of shots, not the rocket ones that are about 50 feet in the air. Usually the low shots that are made for tips, as I like to say, but that one went right in the breadbasket. Only saw it all the way. The slot wasn't really clogged, so had good sight on that shot. But right now, main thing for Philadelphia is just getting traffic in front of the net, being able to cause some sight issues. That's the main key right now and what they should be focused on.
That one goes back behind EHT. I heard a clank, but that's from a completely unrelated thing going on behind.
Just want to make sure it's not flying over our heads.
Yeah, making sure I'm not getting a concussion here. Parkhurst still on the deck after suffering what seemed like an apparent injury, but he's still back rolling here. Parkhurst coming to a full and complete stop that time. Stopper is ready. He's going to pick this one up on the right side of the boards. And putting into a ham sandwich, Frank Carroll down there. They are getting intertwined. Man, got a sailor's knot between those two. That one's out to the right wing. Kramer in. No, didn't go on the shot by Slesarski. Another tangle here. People are getting more wound up and out of personal space than a 1980s high school prom. We've got the right wing for Kyle Corbin, doesn't go. Goes back to Criblier. Left side again, looking to clear this one out. Goes out to the center. Here comes another shot, long ways by Wenzel, no good. Second chance doesn't go by Corbin. Last game of the day here at West Effort. 1-0 in favor of the Phantoms on a goal by Brady Gray. Carroll in.
Oh,
another couple of deflections there. Yeah, that was close. Right side for Wenzel. Blake Wenzel shoots it around. Gets it back to Frank Carroll again here on a long possession between these two. Parkhurst. Back over, right side. Walk, beating him on speed. Ooh. Loses it. Shoots, second chance. Does it count?
Ooh, I don't know. That looked like a hook right there, as he had a hold of him pretty well.
I would agree with you, Vince. I think he definitely had a chance on that one. They do count the goal.
They do, wow.
For Aiden Walk. And it's a 1-1 game, and shockingly not too much of a contest from EHT either.
Yeah.
Surprised they didn't try to fight that one a little bit more.
Stick control there was a little aggressive, but they were, my opinion, and yours as well, they got away with them right there and now tied it up. Philadelphia EHT tied it at 1.
Right side, deflected.
Ooh, uh-oh.
Oh, that's going to be trouble.
That's a cross-check right to to face. I mean,
can't argue that one.
Oh, man. This should be a power play for, I think it's tough because EHT originally started it, so are they going to get EHT here for the penalty? It looks like they are.
Yeah, going into the box is going to be Dean Nugent.
Because they're
going to
charge
it. Yeah, they're going to charge
both.
one.
They got both.
Okay, they're going to go 4-on-4 here, so they're going to kind of offset it a little bit.
So it looks
So-
like they're getting Philly for the retaliation. Since he gave a cross check to the face. So EHT started it, retaliating as well with Philly. So it's nothing but agree with the officials on that call. Take
yeah,
them
so
both.
we're going to have 4-on-4 for a minute 30. There's 3:21 left in the period, so we're going to have, give or take, about a minute and 50 seconds when this is all said and done here. But a 4-on-4 battle as Nugent and Parkhurst for EHT and Philadelphia, respectively. No shot.
Oh.
That is
Ooh.
no good. Great save that time by DiGiacomo. Here's another one out to the right side by Gray. Some good defense there, but the ball is turned over. Back to Walk, who scored the first goal less than 2 minutes ago for Philadelphia. Taking his time, the right defenseman. Really taking his time here. Feeds it back as I believe AHT was making a shift change in the middle of that. 50 seconds on both sides on the 4-on-4. Immediately at the end of the 4-on-4, we will go back to full strength on both sides. Good defense there by Haley Stahl for Philadelphia. Corbin with a little bit of a shove. Trying to go in there and trying to make a good defensive stand on top of the face-off circle. That one is popped up, back over the middle, heading out, diving on the knees, and saving it. Gray is able to get the deflection from DiGiacomo and keep the possession alive. Here is Bisgagalia. Right wing gets past Corbin. Lynch chases it briefly, deflects the stall, defers to possession. Now it's back to Bisgagalia on the left wing, deflected. Corbin comes back in it, stick in left hand. Another check with Lynch. And another chance, no. What's the verdict here? This one will go out. Corbin couldn't get it. They will eventually flip it with, I think that's 28 Thomas Migliore in there. Now it's back to Bisgaglia. Here's a shot, no. Deflected, knocked down, kept alive by Austin Ford. Still on the right side. Somehow staying alive long enough. We're back to full strength. Shoots, no luck. Gray for two, no. He scored EHT's only goal of the game so far. Bisgaglia, bit of a running start that time. Now flicked out to the right wing. What's the call here? We'll have a shove. We're going to have another shove after the whistle, and they're going to settle things down here.
Yeah, it shouldn't be
with
any.
Lynch and Migliore in the mix.
I don't think there should be any penalties coming out of that. Just
Oh, no.
typical pushing and shoving, and now we gotta.
There is a player down though, as you were
Damn.
talking about, Billy Kriblier.
But it's like
I'm not sure.
there's just
And
kneeling.
Kribley does get back up.
Yeah. A lot of contact going on. This game has a tendency to go south fast in terms of the. Oh no!
Oh no, they're going to give a penalty. Here.
Really?
Maybe
Wow.
because the one player went down, they would call roughing.
It could be that, and as well, they don't want to let the game get out of hand.
They want to let down the hammer early.
Yeah, so I mean, in a way, with the officials and sensing the situation, can't necessarily blame them on that. Although I know a lot of people will not agree with that call.
Yeah, especially if the referees want to set a no-nonsense tone.
Right.
There were some other games earlier in the weekend that had some issues, and I think that for the most part, especially in a championship game, the emotions are going to be running very high. So if you set the bar a little bit lower for what constitutes as roughing or what constitutes as over the line in terms of acceptableness, then I think that they keep that bar low, then EHT and Philadelphia know to keep a clean slate. There is 50 seconds left on the power play. Shoveled back out on a deke. Billy Kriblier, the man who went down in the midst of that kerfuffle.
1 second.
Here's Gray.
No.
They're out of time. Gray tried to cork up a shot, but no good. After one here in West Deptford, Brady Gray has EHT's only goal, and they've tied it up with the Philadelphia Frenzy. It's 1-1. Second period ready to go here with 31 seconds remaining on a power play for Egg Harbor. Or, excuse me, yeah, it is for Egg Harbor with Philadelphia getting knocked there. They'll start the period with 31 seconds on the clock. This broadcast is brought to you by Garden State Pet Center. Keep your pet happy and healthy today with the most organic food products available in South Jersey, along with toys, cages, accessories, and much, much more. You can visit today or 7 days a week at 226 South White Horse Pike in Audubon. Checking up on the goalkeepers. They'll be ready to go. And we're rolling. Passed back. Good deflection there. It is missed. Gray on a long shift here. Moves it out on the right defenseman to McGowan in the left wing. Passes it back. They'll have to stay behind here. Look out. Good deflection from Parkhurst. He's up. Doesn't go. Back to full strength as Philadelphia re-enters the ice with Lynch, who got called for presumably roughing at the tail end of the first period. Parkhurst has it. It's back to Gray. Gray with a nice deflection. He's all alone. Good stick lift there. Doesn't go. It's up over the lift, or check that, over the crossbar. Gets past Parkhurst on the left wing. He does rebound, though. Looking for a chance for Gray, maybe, as that deflects off the right side. Good hit there with Maggie, check that stall. Corbin in on the defense for EHT. McGowan right behind him, putting him in a good old Egg Harbor sandwich right there, right up against the board. Gray is there. Back to Lynch. Lynch now on the right wing. Passes it back out to Parkhurst. Parkhurst over the middle. Pass. That one is very good. Oh, he whiffed on it. Lynch just couldn't go. Tried to do too much there. Now it's Parkhurst. He's got a chance. Flicks it out. Stopper has it. Now it goes back to Stahl. Bit of a lull here for Philadelphia. Parkhurst is open. It gets deflected by Gray in the center. Corbin tries to get it out as he got put in bind there. That one misses to the right. Oh. Misses out to the right again for McGowan. Lynch is there. Now on the left wing, it'll be Frank Carroll. It's way up, and it is out. Wasn't sure whether that one was going to stay in. It had the height. Certainly, it's going right for your car. Mine's a little bit further back.
If it went that far, it would be a little bit of a rocket shot.
Oh, yeah. We've seen plenty of those.
Yeah, main thing for Philly right now is, I mean, they've shown the ability to have good outlet passes, good seam passes, but at times, especially in their defensive zone, their ability to break out seems to not be just doing a tape-to-tape pass, but just kind of throwing it up the middle, which is something you never want to do. EHT trying to capitalize, and here we go right now in the slot.
Oh, got everybody down there. Somehow blocked. Don't know how that didn't result in anything, but goes back out to Brishkaleka. That's on the left wing. No. Right wing, Carroll, right in the breadbasket. More trouble here. And they'll settle it down. If the last push and shove resulted in 1:30 in the box, I wonder if this is going to result in anything.
I don't know.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, that is not.
Last one we had a player down on his knee. But
yeah, like that's different. Like maybe they called that roughing penalty because of the fact that the player went down and might have been a little bit shaken up in that.
Could have been, probably, yeah.
Yeah, it might not be a precedent thing. It literally could just be a context situation. Oh, they mess up the face-off.
Yeah, I think we had a. Either it was EHT, I couldn't quite see it there, but someone cheated.
Someone got ahead.
Someone cheated in there.
Also with a high bounce on the face-off by the official as well. Nugent checks Parkhurst, a little shoulder-to-shoulder action. Love to see it. Here's Carroll, shoots, no. Another good chance there, and get another stop.
Right now, Philly trying to do its best in this type of situation with boxing out. EHT really pouring on the pressure at this time, but seem to be cluttering a lot in front of their net. Something, if this keeps up, something is going to break. And I tell you what, it's not going to go Philly's way. That one went.
That one also got out. Cat's out of the bag.
Yeah.
There goes another chance. No, it's out to the right side. As we were talking earlier, a little bit surprised about the attendance here today. Very sparse among the boards and even sparser in the grandstands here. This is the only game going on, but the top division national championship in the cadets. Look out below. Hits off the back foot. How about that for a rebound? It's shot by Carroll, deflected off of Stopper. And that's out. Or, no ice, no ice. They'll keep it going.
This is not a power play, folks, as well for EHT. So Philly just really collapsing right now.
Yeah, not doing what they should do on the defensive front here, but somehow staying pretty stoic in the goals net. 1-1 game. Brady Gray with the only goal for Egg Harbor, as that one is away. A long chance, but didn't get it. Rolls back out. I mean, a very aggressive offensive approach, but they're not really attacking the net. They're just kind of peltering the goalie from as far out as they can.
Yeah.
Not really the kind of thing that they're trying to do here in a 1-1 game. It's back out to Kramer, flicks it back, it's up, it is off the knee pad again. Another blue line chance. Parkhurst waiting in the wing for Philly. Moves up, very good stick lift, and a save, another man down. Martial arts move right there.
Yeah, main thing for Philly right now, I mean, remember, again, folks,
Gotta keep their composure, yeah.
It's a 5-on-5, but if you watch it closely, Philly, as EHT enters the offensive zone, they kind of collapse, leaving the points wide open. We saw it right there with the previous zone entry is once again, one of the points was covered, the other one was wide open. It's a 5-on-5. You have to stick with your man in this type of situation, especially in a tie game. Halfway through the game, you're at 5 minutes and 12 in the second. Got to stay with your man here, or else EHT will take advantage. They're almost on the doorstep right now.
Absolutely. That one misses out to the left side. Here's McGowan, out to the right wing. And that one will go.
Yeah, right now seeing EHT not giving Philly any room, any breathing room, I should say, is capitalizing on pretty much everything, forecheck, etc. Although there hasn't been much reason for them to be doing any forechecking since they've been the ones basically in Philly's zone for the majority of the second period. So right
Correct.
here, EHT looking to have a great breakout here.
That one rolls over to the right side for Stoppera. And out of play on the icing. .414 left in the second. Long ways from Stoppera, and saved again. Every time that goalkeeper brings home a glove save, you think about if there's going to be any extra repercussions at the end of it, especially in a national championship game. They laid down the law earlier, and they're not afraid to do it again. So, wouldn't be shocked if those ramifications could come back if another goal line scuffle. Look out! Look out! Look out! Oh.
Right. It's getting
good
closer.
Catch in the third row.
There you go.
Oh, that's great. I thought that was headed straight our way, and then it trailed to the right.
You have to get your baseball glove out. Didn't think you needed it today, did you?
No, I did not. I didn't think I would need it until tomorrow when we're at Eastern and Cherokee. But
it's just getting you ready, you know.
Exactly. It's getting us ready for the home run ball, just like Chase Kroberger.
I was about to say, hold your breath.
Denafo in on the right wing for Egg Harbor. The Phantoms and the Frenzy tied 1-1. Oh, referee got caught in a bit of a bind there as Ford goes back out towards the opposite blue line in the face-off circle for the offside. That one's popped up. McGowan shot over his head. Gray. Here comes another chance. Walk on the right side. Oh, he got hit hard. Kind of flung himself into the boards forward.
A strong cut down there. Just couldn't stay with him.
Right wing. And another tangle. Got a shove right there. Oh, and Parkhurst wanted to take care of business with Ford. I'll tell you that. Ford has been just.
They're calling this on EHT.
Oh, wow.
Are they both going?
No, they're both going, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, Ford kind of got manhandled for the past couple of plays. He got flung into the boards, and then 30 seconds later gets into a scuffle with Parkhurst. It's like we're going to go back to 4-on-4.
4-on-4. Again, the officials here.
They're looking to set the standard.
Just keeping the tone down, keeping it saying, hey, you know, you're not going to be able to do whatever you want to do. The rules still apply no matter how crazy the game gets. And can't blame the official one bit there. Keeping control.
Absolutely. We'll get 130 on both sides for a 4-on-4. And now immediately Egg Harbor with a break. Carroll's there. Back to center. Nugent way up. Hits off the top of the board. Hits off the top of the netting. This one rolls over and trying to find a break. Carroll going in. Apologies, Corbin. Right wing. Bit of a flailing shot by Biscaglia. Or Biscaglia. I was overthinking it. It's a good thing we're not live. Basilia there. 45 seconds left. Again, he has been really adamant on taking those long-ranging shots on the right wing. Now this one goes out to the left side with Kribbler. Kribbler came in on it. Again, 30 seconds left on the power play. We'll return with 1:30 back to full strength. 4-on-4. Here comes Walk. He scored the first goal for Philadelphia. Now we've got a delayed penalty. He shoots, misses wide left. This is going to be on Egg Harbor. Net is empty. Right wing, they've got time. Corks it up, and Egg Harbor makes contact, forcing a penalty. There were 6 seconds left on the power play. Did you see that signal from the referee, Vince?
Yeah.
I didn't catch that. Slashing.
Yeah, they got
I saw like part of it and then I looked away. But
yeah, I was looking down on the opposite zone.
So it'll be a slash called. So what are we going to have here for the next 6 seconds? We're going to have.
Well, it should be because they can do a.
No, we're going to have 4-on-3 here.
Yeah, so it will be a 5-on-3 for. Or no, excuse me. Yeah, it'll be 4-on-3. Yeah. Yes, 5-on-4. See, look, even I'm overthinking it.
So now it's back to a power play. For 6 seconds it was 4-on-3. Now it's a standard power play as Egg Harbor out on the left wing. Gray, who has the only goal for Egg Harbor in this one, feeds it out.
And this is where if you're on the penalty kill, you just want to cram it up against the boards and hold it. Uh-oh.
Still got some folks here. Denevo gets a shove from Lynch. A little bit of a kind of a verbal warning between those two, trying to settle the difference here, trying to settle the score in what's been a pretty penalty-heavy game here. Center. Right wing for Walk. Now goes back to Kriblier. Kriblier deflected by Denevo. 3 seconds left. And DHT gets back on with Nugent. Not wasting any time there. Nugent comes in and immediately makes a big hit, and that's the end of the second period. A scoreless second here in West Deptford at Riverwinds. It's 1-1 between the Philadelphia Frenzy and the Egg Harbor Township Phantoms. We'll be right back. Going to the third here as we'll return again with a 1-1 game. In the Cadet National Championship between the Philadelphia Frenzy and the Egg Harbor Township Phantoms.
Right here, as we've seen a little bit of a chippy game going on, officials trying their best to keep it as, well, keep it as calm as possible, but right now, EHT's been the one that's been keeping it in the zone. Of course, it's a tie game, but EHT has really been pounding it on Phillies. There goes a ball. Actually, he almost hit us.
Oh, I didn't even see it.
It went right underneath.
I didn't even see it.
That hit you. Well,
I was looking at my roster, and I'm like, I don't know what happened there.
well, there you have it.
Well, that's why we have people like Caden on our crew so that we don't have to pay the medical bills. EHT has this one back to Gray at the center.
Whoa.
I mean, hey, we're going to have a delayed pen.
Oh, they did call that? Yeah, interference.
Interference called, yeah.
If he would have had the ball a little longer, that would have been a great defensive body-on-body play, but the fact that the ball kind of went past him and then he just went off and kind of bumped him. I'm not going to call it a straight-up open ice hit, but it was, it was a bump enough to interfere with the path of the run right there, so
yeah, hold on here. So, yeah, Nugan is going to go back to the bench because that is his third penalty of the game, which disqualifies him.
Oh, wow.
He originally just straight up left out of the penalty box. And then they said, no, you can't do that. You got to go back in. So now his team has asked him to rejoin on the bench. So, minute 29 left after the, we'll have a minute 30 power play here.
Uh-oh.
This could be trouble. Shoots, misses wide left. Another couple of good plays there. Stick dropped by Stahl. Shot by Grady, no good. Out to the right. Out to the left this time. Shoots. Way up there over the head. 45 seconds left on the power play. As EHT has run into certainly some penalty trouble today. Parkhurst back there on the blue line, dancing around. Low shot, didn't leave the ground. But yeah, pretty penalty heavy game here. I mean, hey, if a national championship game isn't chippy, I don't want a part of it. I don't want to be a part of it.
Uh-oh.
That's a shot and goal. Aiden Walk kicks off the third with his second goal of the game, and the Frenzy lead it 2-1.
Wow.
Power play goal. Walk's second of the game. And the Frenzy now lead it 2-1 as they had 16 seconds left in the power play.
You know what was funny is one of the Philly fans were over here saying who is in front. Well, they found someone who was in front all right and delivered a beautiful top left corner shot. And man, oh man, 2-1 like that from the team that I least expected to get it. EHT was pounding like crazy, but then next thing you know, Philly was able to hunker down in the offensive zone and was able to capitalize, getting a nice goal in the slot. It's 2-1.
Rolling over to the center. On the right wing. This one is no good by Criblier. Couldn't hang on to it that time. Got a man almost going down, almost got lifted that time on the defense from Migliore. Jimmy Parkhurst in there. Tries to go for a little bit of a stick jab. Parkhurst almost got tripped up, able to hang on to it, and will be saved. Yeah, no, they didn't get that on that time.
Tell you one thing that they have to be careful of is they almost was a high stick to the face. Luckily, they're wearing cages again, but right now it seems like EHT.
Hold on,
Oh, wait. Let me just be doing a basic line change.
No, the referee made a signal. I think they're throwing somebody out.
Oh, really?
I think it's Parkhurst, because Parkhurst has been sitting on 2 penalties as well. So
they may have called that high sticking.
Possibly. Might have been
they got some trash talking, really, because there was a high stick. It looked like behind below the goal line.
Penalty called for that before, not in a long time at least.
Well, that's up to the
that's up to how long a leash the officials have.
Exactly.
And they decide that Parkhurst has run his course, and that's his 3rd penalty. That's the 2nd ejection in this game, and that brings
1 for each team.
He's standing. He's going to jump over the bench to get out.
Well, there you have it.
I mean, talk about agility that time. It's going to be a minute 30 for EHT. EHT's second goal was on a power play. Check that. Philadelphia's second goal was on a power play by Walk. Maybe EHT can return to favor of their own. Now it's Denefo. Left wing. Slaps.
Ooh.
No good. Off the foot of Stoppera, who stops that play. Minute left in the power play. 6:25 and counting. Out to the right wing. Gray is back there. He's open. Keeping an extra room. Keeping some extra legs open. That one flicks out to the left. Denefo will be there. See what they've got. Gray up. No. Denefo brings it down again. He shoots.
Ooh.
Another dive by Boothman. This one will go out. No icing. I'll keep it going. Rather slow walk here by Gray. He'll tap this one up. Corbin immediately on the attack. Denefo, left wing. Back to Gray at the center. Back to Denefo on the left. Back and forth jockey here. Denefo misses Gray. He gets it past him. Going out for the slide and saving it is the goalkeeper to Giacomo. 15 seconds left on the power play. 5:35 remaining in the game clock. Tipped. Lynch keeps it out. Philadelphia with the possession.
Great play.
That one is up.
That's
And again,
killed.
no icing either. That will be a perfect power play kill by Philadelphia.
Yeah, Philly did well right there, staying
Absolutely.
within their lines and keeping the box formation, letting.
Oh, look at this little tip.
Ooh, almost.
Good stop by Boothman. But yeah, I mean, Lynch just had an excellent shot there with, that one misses out to the left. Some really big back and forth shots here from a long ways out. No icing has been called on the last 3 or 4 between these two. They've really just been swallowing the whistle here for the most part. They've been swallowing the whistle in some areas, and then they've been letting it fly in others. Here's Denefo. He picks this one up on the left wing, shoots it at the blue line, can't go. Goes back to Kribler on the right side. It is stopped on the right wing on the right defense. Now it's Kramer going back out. Kramer with a long shot right at the midsection for Boothman, and it is stopped.
Right in the breadbasket. Man, oh man. Man, oh man. Philly doing an incredible job again. Took the lead, and then on that penalty kill, incredibly staying focused and staying in their line. Staying within line, I should say. Incredible job with boxing out. I was even told that as well, the way I was coached. Let them do whatever they want around the rim, but continue to protect the house, and that is exactly what they did. Protected the slot like crazy. EHT would get in the slot. They would poke check them. Out the ball would come. Incredible penalty kill. Flawless.
And that could be, for Philadelphia, possessing a 2-1 lead with Aiden Walk. Could be the difference maker in this one, depending on how the rest of this is flared out. I mean, you don't know, honestly. You don't know whether this is going to be a game that will result in EHT's favor, but the next 4 minutes will decide here in the National Championship. He's back on the right wing for number 28, Thomas Migliore. Gets a little bit of a shove there. Back behind Walk. They dish it out. Right side, still heavy contact. Back and forth. Walk, who has 2 goals already. Now they go in, trying to stop it from Boothman. That is back at center. Out to the left defenseman, Wenzel. He nods, and the shot deflects right off of Boothman, getting peppered in the center. And another good one here, Kramer. Back to Gray. Gray had the first goal of the game to give EHT a 1-0 lead. They've not scored since 4 minutes into the first period. They've had a long drought here. Moving out to the right, again, Gray still has it for the Phantoms. Wraps it around the board, back behind Boothman. This one goes to the left side. Migliore's going to be in there. Migliore cuts it around to the right side again. It's McGowan tries to pick up the possession. Here comes another chance. Deflected by Philadelphia. It'll be an icing. It'll be the first one in a long time.
You're off the power play now.
I was going to say, I mean,
Yeah.
they had at least four or so of those that just didn't have the legs.
Yeah, Philly right now seems to be just completely sitting back. They're not aggressive on the offensive side, of the zone in general. They just seem to be sitting back and being able to attack EHT when necessary. EHT, you can tell, they're getting frustrated. They outplayed Philly in the for the majority of the first and in the second period for the majority of the part as well. The third, Philly's just been coming out on top and have been defending very well. There was a good chance, though.
Yeah, that was a good one indeed.
Right when I was speaking, too.
Took the words right out of your mouth as it's 2:50. This could be a very good finish here, but Philadelphia, I think, needs to be on the conservative mode. Do they need the insurance goal? Yes.
Yeah.
But right, I think that right now you've got 2:50 left. Philadelphia, again, their 2 goals have been scored by one man, Aiden Walk. I think that showing how good that penalty kill was from earlier could really propel them. As again, you know, the time delaying here could really propel Philadelphia into a good spot here. But they've got EHT's got some sharp shooters. We'll see what they've got. Still rolling. Gray got a bit of a trip. They don't think it was enough to call it, as this one will go over for the Phantoms. They knock it right in front of the green line, keeping the possession alive.
They're not even rushing anymore.
Yeah,
they're just, yeah.
Here comes Gray, right wing, shoots high. Close call there, popped up. Corbin bats it up in the air again, keeps it in his possession. Kriblier back over. It's Denefo, shoots.
Whoa.
It's over the head and out of play. 2-1 here, Philadelphia, minute 55 remaining. Counted for something.
Yeah, it had to.
Counted for a dented window.
Almost went between the 2 cars. I mean, I guess I could have counted for something. But yeah, Philly playing a little bit back too much. It's a little concerning because some of these shots that EHT is throwing towards the net have the tendency to possibly go, especially if tipped. I mean, only it takes a strange little bounce that could tie this one up in a heartbeat.
And the other way is true as well. Question is, though, a minute 40. If you're EHT, how long do you wait to pull that goalie?
Exactly. Yeah,
I
around
don't know.
now. I mean, it
Especially
depends.
in a game that has been a little bit back and forth. Kribbler goes in for a slide.
I mean, you got a minute 20 on the clock right now. You would. Oh, there you go. Goalie is out. Yep.
Goalie is out. Goalie is out for Egg Harbor. 2-1. The extra man is back on. Oh no, this one might do it.
Ooh.
Oh, it just missed.
Woo.
That was just off.
An inch if you're lucky. I mean, I know
yeah,
our angle's
that
a little.
just missed on the right post. Now another face-off here with a minute and 9. Net remains empty here. Gray shoots. No good. Here comes another. That one is off this time again, and they'll stop it with 56.6.
Yeah, it's the only ill with having an empty net is it will be a constant icing, unless you happen to be on the power play with the opposing team having an empty net, which is usually you don't see too much, but
Unless you see a late penalty, yeah. Well, a national champion could be crowned in the next minute unless Egg Harbor scores for the Philadelphia Frenzy. This one is up. This is going to be off to the 08.
Ooh.
Oh, so close. Another icing. This is going to be a dragging end to this game unless Egg Harbor gets their extra man a goal. Of course, with DiGiacomo being out, he was pulled at the minute 20 mark, but we've had 3 separate icings since then with Philadelphia taking over. Here comes another chance. This time, it's manned. It's Denefo who has it right in front of the net on the right side. It's picked up. This one is tipped out on the left side by McGowan. He's got it. High shovel. It's brought down. Philadelphia couldn't get the glove save, but instead it's brought out. Now another chance, 25 seconds left. Net is still empty for Egg Harbor. Here comes another chance. Kribbler trying to take it out. Another tip. They're crashing the net. Here comes Gray, right side, guarded by Walk, who scored the 2 goals for Philadelphia. We've got 12 seconds left. Can Philadelphia bring it out? It's back at center ice. It's brought back over the middle. Here comes the shot. Misses wide right. They are getting a couple shots off. They've got 3 seconds left. Philadelphia's got possession. It will go up and over, and the Philadelphia Frenzy have determined it's over. national champions in the Tier 2 Plus division. 2-1 final in what was a chippy game, but Philadelphia, a one-man band to some extent, with Aiden Walk scoring both goals and an incredible defensive stand to clinch it. As the last minute and 20 were held without Egg Harbor's goalkeeper, they somehow hang on, and the Philadelphia Frenzy win the Tier 2 Plus championship by a score of 2-1. The closest game we've seen here at the American Ball Hockey Nationals. We will stay for the banner presentation, and then we'll shut down our equipment for the night. Before we do, I'd like to thank our entire crew for helping out today. Our social media coordinator, Haley Mejia, our graphics crew, Caleb Lane and Carson Rosso. Caden Sacamano to my far left, he called the first game in the Penguin Division over at Belmar. Then we traveled down to West Deptford, and Vincent Folk joined us for the rest of the way. I'm Dan Wilkins. We'll stay on the air for just a little bit for this banner presentation for the Philadelphia Frenzy, but otherwise we will see you on Monday for Eastern and the Vikings against the Cherokee Chiefs in baseball. To 1 final for Philadelphia over the Egg Harbor Township Phantoms, the Tier 2 Plus champions. Egg Harbor will accept the banner, and Philadelphia receives theirs. That'll be all for us tonight. Have a good one, folks. We'll see you tomorrow.